currency, years, period,
Period.
view.
Enable. Yeah.
Four dimensions, right? Now we'll go to product dimension. Custom dimension. See, by default, they'll give total product because we created a dimension name product, right? So this total product is by default it came, and no product, right? Even this one also by default these two members are there. So hardware and then software, this we have created. So when you open this one, so member name, description, alias table, alias. This is common for everything, right? So data storage will always be never share. Write down custom dimension product. Put heading custom dimension product. Data storage should always be never share. Data storage should always be never share. Then what is this store, dynamic calc, never share, label only? We'll discuss in account dimension. Okay, regularly we change that one in account dimension. So data storage should always be never share. Plan type, console. Plan type, console. Plan type, console. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, percentage, ignore, never. Yes, we use all these things. So if you put addition, all the members will be adding to its parent. If you put subtraction, it will subtract to its parent. So for this one, I have created a grid. Right, so we'll use the grid now. Yes, so yes. So here when you refer console prod grid in Excel, refer console prod smart view grid. Right, I am connecting this now. Go to panel. Yes, private connection. Yes. Modify connection. So this is the connection URL. I am pasting it in the chat. One minute. In the chat, right? You can copy from this chat, right? Right. So Abdul, you can copy that. Now connect. Yes, we have connected. Yes. Right. Ad hoc analysis. Always use console and reuse contention POV. Done. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Right. So here, right, we have to tweak it. So come here, go to cancel this. So what are the dimensions? It is data input, right? Go to data source, total data source, data input. Here we have to give the alias as DATA otherwise it will keep on throwing the error message. Yes. Next one is local gap. Yes. Go to multi gap, expand IFRS, expand local gap. Yes. Put the LOCALGAP because it is referring to the alias name, right? So we have to do that one. Third one is entity input. Go to consolidation dimension. expand total, expand contribution, expand parent total, expand entity total, entity input, edit, we'll put it as ENTITY input, yes. And yes, go to view dimension. For this one also periodic edit and put periodic, 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 save. Done. Intercompany, no intercompany. We have to put intercompany as no intercompany. So intercompany, write FCCS underscore no intercompany. Yes, put it as no INTERCOMPANY. Yes. So I'm keeping all aliases. Now refresh and see. So just give me 1 second. We'll refresh the database. So let it complete. Finish this one. So remove all this movement, right? Okay, this one also, sorry. So for movement dimension, where is movement? Yes, expand FCCS moments, closing balance, moments total, moments subtotal. This one, moments underscore cache, this should be CHANGESINCASH cache. Save. Once again, refresh the database. Yes, it will complete in 10 seconds or 20 seconds. So meanwhile, we'll delete all this. Yes. Now finish this and refresh and see it should accept now. Done, right? So right, we'll take a new year. Yes, refresh. Okay, January, February, March, April, APR. Refresh. Nothing is there, right? 0, 0, 0, 0. So here see, in the metadata, in the product metadata, I have taken a hierarchy here. You can see in the product metadata, right? So M hierarchy. So here I put my consolidation as addition here. Second one, I put consolidation as subtraction. So you can observe what happens when you put multiply, what happens. So here first thing is multiply. I have to put 1, because if you put 0, everything will be 0, right? So first thing, refresh again. So first I will put addition as 100. See? Okay, submitted. It should add to the parent as 100, right? But in hardware you can see, I mean in M hierarchy you can see it has 0, right? Because 100 into multiplication 0 is 0. So here we'll put 100, 100 and 100. You will see 300 as parent, right? 100 plus 100, 100, 300, because it is behaving correctly. But here addition, I put 100, even though I put 100, in product M hierarchy it is showing as 0. Addition should add, right? Yes, along with addition, it will do the division and it will do the multiply also. So here in the multiply, it is 0. So 100 into 0, it is showing as 100, 0. So if I put 100, right? Now see. then it is showing us still 0. Why? Because this one also I have to put 1 divided by 1 and percentage also 1. Now when I submit my data, now see, done. 10,000. What is this 10,000? Because percentage I put as 10,000. This is the formula it is using. See? Clear? D21. Right? 100 into 1 into 100. That is the reason, right? It is showing us 10,000. So normally we don't use this multiply, divide by and percentage. Now if I subtract some 500, what happens? Now see, minus 40,000, right? This is correct formula now. See, clear? So if I put 50, what happens? Now see. So yes, ignore and ignore, right? Ignore we'll discuss in account dimension. What is ignore? Okay. As of now, put it as ignore, as whatever you enter the amount here, it will ignore. Clear? So you can understand the behavior of addition, subtraction, multiply, divide by and percentage. So never and ignore, right? We will discuss in account dimension. Okay. So is it clear? What should we put? So 99% in all for all members we put addition only. So whenever you want to use multiply or divided by or percentage, be careful about the behavior of the data. Okay, this is the behavior. When you see this grid, right, you will understand easily what is the calculation it is doing when you put percentage, what is the calculation it is doing when you put divided by, and what is the calculation it is doing for multiplication. Clear? See, plus, minus, multiplication, divided by and percentage. Clear? Here I have given you the what is that? What is the criteria? Means prerequisite. It should not be 0. If you put 0, everything will be 0. Done. Clear? This is called consolidation, plan type subtraction. Remaining everything, data type, everything we never used in product. Okay. What are the 2 points we use in product? Write down. First one is data storage should always be never share. Second one is plan type console. Addition, subtraction, addition, add, subtraction, all 5 we use. Only regularly we use addition only. Remaining everything, yes. If you use, you have to be very careful with the behavior. Never and ignore we will discuss in account dimension. Okay. Same thing you will see in account dimension also. Right. Clear? Right. This is called product dimension. Any doubt in product dimension? So what is this UDA? UDA is something, write down, UDA, user defined attribute, UDA, user defined attribute. It is used for grouping of members. It is used for grouping of members. So come here. So here for any random member, see, expand total product, expand hardware. So laptops, see, for UDA I put UDA as yes. PUDA means product UDA. Likewise for desktop, did we put that one? No. So for servers, no. For software, we'll put, for software I put yes, save. And for EBS we'll see yes, EBS, EPM and laptops have this PUDA. So now you can call this PUDA all 3. So EPM will remove it. So right. So only 4 members we put this PUDA, right? Save this one now. Now yes, you can call it anytime. How do I call this one? For example, in Smart View, entity and product UDA. See, so here you have to select all the members of product. So click on member selection. Go to product dimension. Here you can see, right, UDA, right, you can select the UDA, right, done. Now you'll see all the whatever you tick, right, yes, that's it. See, clear. You can remove this, you got two times, right? So you see, likewise it is used for grouping of members in HFM. The same thing is called UD1, UD2, UD3, right? You can write down. It is used for grouping of members. It is similar to UD1 in HFM. UD1 comma 2 comma 3 in HFM. It is similar to UD1 comma 2 comma 3 in HFM. So whenever you do a UDA, you have to refresh the database. Okay. Otherwise,
Repeat one, sir.
sorry, it is similar to UD1 comma 2 comma 3 in HFM.
Sir, if you don't mind, can you show us like again the user-defined attribute in
So
desktop,
we'll
please?
do it for, right. So how do we create that one? Click on any member, click on edit button, go to UDA. First you have to create the UDA here, right? So click on this add button. You can give any name, Vijay, Sunil, etc. Whatever you name, whatever the name you want, you can give that one, and you have to move it from left to right. That's it. So we are grouping all the members with PUDA. P means product, UDA means user defined attribute. Right? Whenever you call this PUDA, while selecting the members, it will show all the members who are attached to this PDA. Clear?
Yes, sir.
This is called UDA. This is called product dimension. Any doubt in product dimension? Very pretty straightforward. Product dimension is pretty straightforward. You don't need to do anything. Data storage, it is fixed. Every time we put never share only. See, every time we put for every base member, we put never share only. So there is no confusion about data storage also. And console operator, always addition. In very rare cases we use subtraction, and divided by multiply and percentage we never use. Clear? Right, next dimension, put heading, next entity dimension. Entity dimension, same. When you edit this one, name, description, alias table, alias same. Base currency, write down base currency, local currency. Base currency is local currency. What is the criteria? First currency should be defined. Write down base currency, local currency, or entity currency. Base currency means local currency or entity currency. The criteria should be, the prerequisite should be, this currency should be defined in currency dimension. The prerequisite is base currency means local currency or entity currency. The prerequisite is it should be defined in currency dimension. It should be defined in currency dimension. Next, data storage will always be never share. Data storage should always be never share. For entity dimension, right? We don't put store or dynamic calc, etc. It will always be never share, just like product dimension. Next, plan type should always be ignore. Plan type console should always be ignore. Plan type console should always be ignore. That's it. Remaining everything we don't use. This data type, smart list, everything, right? We don't use in entity dimension. This two pass calculation, allow upper level entity input, all these we use in account dimension only. Okay. In account dimension we will discuss. So what happens if I put this ignore as addition? Can anybody tell? If I put this ignore as addition, what happens? I am saving it. Yes. Now, How do I know that it is correct or wrong? Chepalama, how do I know whether it is correct or not?
Validation.
Yes, how do I do?
Navigate.
Navigate, and then
Overview.
overview, yes.
Actions.
Click on actions, validate metadata, run. 1 minute, somebody has logged in. And then see entity dimension. Sure. The console operator should be ignored. So yes, cancel, go to dimensions again. Right, you can rectify the error. Go to entity dimension, total geography, Asia, Hong Kong, yes. Now it should be ignored. So we don't use this console operator for entity dimension, okay? It can be used by account dimension and a product dimension also, but not entity dimension. Clear? Now again, when you go back and see, yes, that should be rectified. So come here, validate metadata, run. So it is total 16 mistakes, 16 errors. Yes, we will see what are those 16 errors also. Now go to dimensions again. This is called entity dimension. Very easy, right? So in entity dimension and account dimension, you see extra column called attribute values. See, when you click on this India, right? See, attribute values. Write down attribute values, entity, attribute values in entity dimension. Next, attribute values in entity dimension. For all intercompany partners, attribute values in entity dimension. For all intercompany partners, we add ICP underscore entity underscore yes. For all intercompany partners, we add ICP underscore entity underscore yes. So how do we add? See here, you select this and you can click this add button, right? Automatically it will move to ICP entity yes. Now the question is, who will tell you for which entity we have to add ICP or not? Who will tell you which entities we have to add ICPS?
Client, sir.
Yes, based on the past data, right? Regularly they do business between two intercompany partners. They will give all the information. Yes, these two, Hong Kong and India, regularly we do business. Hong Kong and New York, we regularly do business. So, yes, it is a list of intercompany entities client will provide you. So, for all those entities, we put is ICP entity, yes. It is similar to is ICP in HFM, right? When you go to HFM here, see, right, metadata, the mechanism is same. It is 100% same. Okay, go to entity dimension. Here in entity dimension, for every entity, see is ICP. We will take this is ICP. The same thing in FCCS, it is ICP underscore entity underscore yes. So when it is ticked, what happens? So it will affect the ICP partner. See, come here. So when you go to ICP dimension here, intercompany dimension here, when you expand ICP top, when you expand ICP entity, see, ICP underscore Japan, ICP underscore India, ICP underscore UK. In HFM, it will show Japan, India, UK, New York only. But here they have added ICP underscore. So that, right, when you create a grid in HFM, you will be very much confused. Every time when you create a ICP grid, you will be confused whether it is entity dimension or ICP dimension. But here there is no such confusion. So clearly for all ICP members, it will show it as ICP underscore. Clear? So now if I put any new entity here, what happens? See, come here, go to entity dimension. So here India, Japan, UK, right? We'll put some UK entities, okay? I mean some other entities. Come here, go to total geography, Europe. So I'll put Norway as ICP, yes. See, attribute values, expand this, yes. Save it. Done. Now go to intercompany account, intercompany members. Can I see Norway here? Yes. In HFM, whenever you change it, you have to load the metadata. But here, right, you need not load or you need not refresh the database. Automatically, it will come ICP underscore Norway came, right? So this is called attribute values in entity dimension. So, right? Any doubt in any entity dimension? Attributes. UDA is again XXX. Whatever the entity is, you put it as XXX, it will give all the entities. Can I retrieve? Yes, in Excel sheet, right? Yes, you can put a new Excel sheet. Yes, go to Smart View. So ad hoc analysis. Yes. So entity select member. So click on UDA. So UDA, I put it as XXX. Okay, see all these entities. Here you can check children. Done. Right, 1 minute member selection. The entity UDA, yes, as XXX, yes. Done. Now see. Right, Japan, India, Ireland, you got all the entities which you put it as XXX. So it is again, it is grouping of members is called UDA. Okay, right. So any doubt in entity dimension attributes? Member formula we never use in a product dimension or entity dimension, right? We use it in account dimension. We will see what is account dimension or scenario dimension.
Sir, what is
Yeah.
the use of grouping?
What is the use of?
Grouping.
So regularly in live you will see some 900 to 1000 entities. Regularly you will be using some 50 to 60 entities. How do you recognize those 50 entities? You have to select 50 entities. Regularly you will be working with 50 entities. Random
By
entities.
grouping. Yeah.
So it is easy to group, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Right. Simple. Right, next. Cancel this. Now we'll go to some other dimension. So intra-company dimension. Same. Write down intra-company. See, everything is grayed out, grayed out, grayed out. You cannot delete this. It is graded. You cannot delete this. You can. It is graded. You cannot delete this. See, all these no intercompany entities. Write down. It is intercompany dimension. Intercompany dimension. It is 100% automated. We don't need to do anything. It is 100% automated. We don't need to do anything. So when I edit this one, can I do anything? No, we never touch this. Okay, this by default the system will create this one. So only thing you can even say Japan ICP. Even this alias name automatically it came. You can see Norway. See Norway ICP. So we never touch this intercompany. Okay, even in HFM also it is partly defined by system and partly defined by metadata. So only thing we do with the intercompany is in entity dimension we select a particular entity as is entity ICP underscore entity underscore yes. That's it. Automatically the particular entity will be created as a partner in intercompany. Clear? So same mechanism, no intercompany for all in non-intercompany transactions. We always use no intercompany. So for you are creating grids, right? So what is the member I asked you to take? It is no intercompany. Yes. FCCS underscore no intercompany. Right? That's it. When intercompany chapter comes, right, we will use these members as intercompany partner and we will give a transaction between entity and ICP partner and then we will see the difference. Clear? So this is called intercompany. Everything is automated. Next dimension, write down. Multi-gap dimension. Multi-gap dimension. So Multi-gap dimension is also automated, 100% automated. You don't need to create anything. See, total gap, multi-gap, no gap, IFRS, local gap adjustments. So what is the formula here? So we load data, write down multi-gap. It is also 100% automated. We don't need to do anything. It is also 100% automated. We don't need to do anything. Second point, it is also, first point, it is also 100% automated. We don't need to do anything. Second point, we always load data. We always load data. We always load data in FCCS underscore local gap. We always load data in FCCS underscore local gap. Second, next point, we post journal entries. We post, see, what is the journal entry here? We post the gap differences entries, okay? We post the journal entries in FCCS underscore adjustments. We post the journal entries in FCCS underscore adjustments. So local gap plus adjustments is equal to IFRS. Last formula. What is the formula they are using here? Local gap plus adjustments is equal to IFRS. So where do we load the data? We always load that data in local gap. So if you post any journal adjustments with this for this local gap, automatically it will become IFRS. Say local gap plus adjustments is equal to IFRS. Clear? That's it. Other than that, we never even edit the members also. Even these members are, see, everything is grayed out. You cannot do anything. Clear? So it is 100% automated. This is called multi-gap dimension.
Sir, what is IFRS?
International Financial Reporting Standards. You can write down the abbreviation of IFRS. International Financial Reporting Standards. Did we discuss this this one? I told you, right? We will be having many reportings. One is management reporting, one is IFRS, one is local.
So international financial.
International Financial Reporting Standards. International Reporting, International Financial Reporting Standards. So I told you, right? So already we discussed this. Once again, I'll tell you. See, entire world, because of this globalization, entire world came to one conclusion that they will follow the same accounting standards. So why do we need this? Why do we need to follow same accounting standards? So that we can compare the data. For example, Nanocore. Yes, we made it for 1 lakh rupee, right? So yes, now Japan will see. They want to make the same car and they will make the same car for 1 lakh rupees but with better quality. How? They will compare each and every item. When you follow the same accounting standards like depreciation, same methods, goodwill, same methods, everything, then they will see how much profit they are getting, what is the cost of the goods, and what is the raw material cost, what is the making cost, everything, right? When they compare, then they will think, okay, here in this place, in particular raw materials, we can reduce the cost. In labor, we can reduce the cost. Likewise, they will compare the product and they will either the cost will be reduced or quality will be increased. Clear? That is the reason entire world will show all the accounts, all the financial statements in IFRS. Yes, every company will maintain two. One is local gap, means for example India we follow IAS, Indian Accounting Standards, right? Who gave this one? Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, right? They provided some accounting guidelines, some 40 accounting standards. Yes, we will follow all the accounting standards. What are those? Depreciation. Accounting standard 6 says how do we calculate the depreciation? AS3, AS3 means cash flow statement. 11, amalgamations. Likewise, whatever you do in the accounting, right, there will be a treatment for that proper this one. We have to follow that standards. Likewise, every country will follow its local gap as well as international financial reporting standards. Clear? Indrajit, did you understand now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So yes. So next dimension. We'll go to next dimension is write down data source dimension. Is this 100% automated? No. Yes. Here you can create your own member also. See. Here you see no data source. Yes. Total eliminations. All the intercompany eliminations will be done in total eliminations. Intercompany eliminations, partner eliminations. Total input and adjusted. Here we enter the data. Write down this one in detail. So FCCS no data source. First FCCS, you need not write FCCS underscore every time. Okay, no data source. It is used for exchange rates, etc. It is used for exchange rates, etc. Next, total eliminations. It includes intercompany eliminations and partner eliminations. What do you mean by partner elimination? Even partner elimination is a very new concept. Okay, so joint ventures, it's not only companies, right? Yes, FCCS can deal with, HFM can deal with joint ventures also, partnerships also. So when there is a partner elimination, yes, that will be coming to, that values will be existing in this member. Okay, showing in this member, partner eliminations and intercompany eliminations. All intercompany eliminations will be storing in this member. So total input and register. Yes, data input. Write down data input. It is used in forms. It is used in forms, FRMS forms. Next, managed data means data coming from FDMEE. Managed data, data coming from FDMEE. So how do you know that the data will come from FDMEE? So when you go to navigate, when you go to data management here, right? Here you can see clearly by default, whenever you send that, you push the data from FDM to FCCS, it will store in managed data only. In the setup application, right? See, target application. See, so data source. What is the data source mentioned here? FCCS underscore managed data. So automatically, when you load the data from FDMEE, the data will store in FCCS underscore managed data. Okay, right. Next, supplementary data. Used for supplementary data forms. Supplemental data. Supplemental data used for supplementary data forms. Yes, PeopleSoft. This is user defined. See, yes, I can create my own data source also. You are getting data from SAP, you are getting data from PeopleSoft, you are getting from data from JD Edwards. You don't want to put everything in managed data. Yes, you can create your own member also. Right, put 3-star marks and write. You can create your own data source member also. It is possible. But only thing is you have to put that as store. Next, journal input.
Repeat the point, sir.
You can create your own data source member also. You can create your own data source member also. Next, journal input. All adjustments. Journal input. All adjustments. Next, EPU. EPU, use it to load or enter, use it to enter. EPU is used to enter equity pickup, PICKUP. EPU means equity pickup, use it to enter equity pickup data. Other data means any other data, any other type of data, right, which is coming from legacy systems, which is coming from Excel, etc., etc., whatever you want, you can put all other data in other data. Clear? So in FCCS, you see, these are the sources of data from where we'll get. Okay, data input means we manually enter. Managed data means data which is coming from FDMEE. Supplemental data means supplementary data forms. We create a supplementary data forms and then from there it will come. Next, journal input means all journal entries adjustments. EPU means equity pickup. Other data means any other data. Apart from this, you want to create your own data source member. Yes, PeopleSoft. I have created that one. So whenever you create your own member, right? So this should always be, console should always be edition and data storage should always be stored, and here in the attribute values you have to give source currency type as entity currency. Otherwise it will throw an error message. Okay, that's it. That is the only criteria. But in live we never create a separate member in data source. It is not necessary because they have given other data also, right? So the main data which is coming from main ERP, SAP or Oracle Financials, we always load in managed data. Any other data, we always put it in other data. Clear? So there is no need of creating a separate member, but still you can create a member. Okay. See, here you can see addition or subtraction, means you can say add child or add sibling. Yes. Next, system types. FCCS underscore system types. So here they are used in rules. We never use this manually. Okay. And source entities. This one also. All these are used by system. Okay. Even you cannot delete this. See, whenever you create an entity, you cannot delete this. Automated. This is automated. Write down. System types and source entities are automated, used in rules. System types and source entities are used in rules. So this is called data source dimension. Any doubt in data source dimension? Please ask.
Sir, intercompany elimination, what we have to write points.
Intercompany elimination means all the intercompany eliminations will be the data, intercompany elimination data will be storing here. In ICP elimination data will be stored here. ICP elimination data will be stored here. Yes, this we will learn. So here I will create a intercompany elimination grid, right? In intercompany chapter detailed 1.5 hour we will discuss this one. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. This is called intercompany partner.
Sir, total input and adjustment.
Sorry?
Total input and adjustment.
This is parent, right?
Hmm.
So whenever you enter data, all these will be added to total input and registered. It's a parent, right?
Sir, how often we work on this dimensions in FCCS, sir?
How often?
We work on the dimension in FCCS.
It's one time actually, right?
Okay.
So yeah, if you are in implementation, the first thing you do is building the metadata, right?
Right.
So in this building the metadata also, we never touch this data source, we never touch consolidation, we never touch multi-gap, we never touch any other dimension. Only thing we build is scenario, account, entity and product. Okay.
Okay.
These 4 dimensions we manually build through SmartView.
Okay.
Sir, in HFM we used to create metadata, all those points and all were there. Here it is not there, sir.
Necessary, yes. Because I told you, right, most of the metadata is already created. Only thing is you have to add base members, that's it. So you will spend very less time in building metadata in FCCS when compared to HFM. Clear?
Yes.
Sir, please explain once again the concept of data dimension, sir. Data source dimension.
Yeah. Which concept you have doubt?
Regarding uh, data inputs, sir. FCS data input.
Yeah. Data input means we, for example, I create a form here, data form. There I'll put data input, right? See whatever the grid you are preparing here. See when you go to all the whatever the forms you created, right? So far, come here, expand library. See, Vijay, this is the form we created. What is the data source dimension we have taken here? See, what is the member we have taken?
Data input.
Yes, data input. So for all data forms, we always put data input. For all uh, data, for all the data which is coming from FDME, by default it will go to manage data. For example, if you want to post a journal entry, can I select data input there? No. See,
No.
go to consolidation journals, create a new journal, create. So data source. See by default, what is the member it is showing now?
Input. Sir.
I cannot select, I cannot type here as data input. It is not possible.
Yes.
Means all journal entries are fixed. Clear?
Yes.
So the data which is coming from supplemental data. See, when you go to supplemental data here, there is a supplementary data form. So here by default you put it as supplementary. You don't need to do anything. When you submit data from here, automatically that will show it in supplemental data only. Clear?
Yes.
So that is fixed. The data source dimension is fixed. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Next.
Sir, when
Yeah.
we want to validate or view any data, right? So that time, which data source we need to select?
When you validate,
When we want to validate the data, right? I mean, in the Excel.
so always we use managed data only because the core data will always come from FDME. Correct? It will always go to managed data.
Okay. So if we select manage data, it will show all the, I mean, journal adjustments, everything.
No, 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 no. You want to see entire data, then you have to select total member. This member, total input and adjusted. Okay.
Okay.
This member will show all the data together.
Okay.
Clear? 1 minute. So data source. See, here I have given you the grid clearly. So click on ad hoc analysis, console, reuse, contention sheet. Supplemented data is out of place. Where is? Okay, because again we have to go to yes, supplemental data, edit. Yes, so we have removed that alias, right? So that is creating the problem. Save this one now. So come here, click on actions, refresh database. Yes. You can write down refer data source grid. Refer data source grid in SmartView. Right, come here and then ad hoc analysis again. Console reuse. Okay, total data source everything, right? it is not showing. So yes, we have to change each and everything. I did a mistake. I deleted that total data source. Yes, save. Next one is data input. Yes, save. Next one is manage data. Manage data. We put it as manage data. Yes, save. Next one is PeopleSoft journal input. We put it as journal input. Yes, we put it as EPO. Yes, next is source entities. For source entities, we put it as source entities. Yes, any other thing? No data source, we put it as no data source. So in the grid, right, I always take alias names. So total eliminations, yes. Intercompany eliminations. And partner eliminations, partner eliminations. Right, yes, save this one and immediately click on refresh database again.
Sir, why we have to give the alias name?
Alias name in the grids, right? I used alias names. It is not mandatory, but when I sent you this Excel sheet, right, it won't work unless and until, because in the Excel sheet I used alias names only, because every time I cannot type FCCS underscore right Indrajit, right?
Yes, sir.
So yesterday or day before yesterday, some 2 days back, right, while doing R&D, we have deleted the alias table, right? It created the problem. I don't want to delete the application again and recreate the application. Now
Yes.
see, everything will come now. See, right? Now, oh, total input and adjusted. Sorry, this one we have to put it again. So total input and adjusted. Done. Yes. Save. And total data source. It is total data source. It is there. Yes. Save. Just give me 1 second, okay? So, yes, in future we won't do this, okay?
Sir, what alias name you will write, it will show in that space.
Correct. You can give your name also. If I put Indrajit, right? Yes, whenever you call Indrajit, that will that particular member will come.
So in Excel sheet, sir.
Yes. Now
Sir,
everything is done. Now see, can I enter data here? See? Yes, I can enter data here. No, this should be, if I enter data here, when I submit data, it will throw an error message. See? See? An error occurred while saving the data, because this is a restricted member. You cannot enter data here. It should always come from eliminations. So here, supplementary data also. I cannot enter data here. See? Submit. It will throw an error message. See? Same. PeopleSoft, yes, I can enter data. Journal input, no. Again, it should come from journal entries. So 300, submit. It will throw an error message. Same. Error occurred. So even though it is showing as yellow color, still you cannot enter data. Okay. So you can see this one. Clear? Everyone, did you understand data source dimension? Yes or no? Data source is nothing but data type in HFMC. Here every member is manually created here. All these are manually created. Form FDME, calc and journal. Yes, here in journal also you can enter data. There is no restriction. But in FCCS, strictly journal means it has to come from journal entries only. You cannot manually enter the data. It will throw an error message. Right. So because this is manually created, we cannot restrict it. But here, yes, they have restricted this one. This is called data source dimension. Right? Now put heading, next heading. Scenario. Write down. Actual is mandatory member. See, everywhere total product for everywhere, right? Whenever you see FCCS underscore, it is a system defined member, right? But for this actual, even though this is a system defined member, there is no FCCS underscore. See, you cannot delete this, right? You cannot delete this member. Means it is a mandatory member. Write down. Scenario dimension. First, actual is mandatory member. Actual is mandatory member and system defined. So when you edit that one, yes, what are the attributes you can see? Name, description, alias table, alias, yes. Write down. Start year, start period, end year, end period. Write down. Write down all four at a time. Start year, start period, end year, end period. Start year, start period, end year, end period. This is used for allowing allowing data entry. This is used for allowing or restricting data entry. This is used for allowing or restricting data entry. Shall we see? So cancel this. Now in the grid, right, I have given you, right, where is scenario start here. See?
Sir, repeat one, sir. End year, end period.
It is used for allowing or restricting data entry. It is used for allowing or restricting data entry. Okay. Refer scenario underscore start year grid. Refer scenario underscore start year grid. Start year grid. Now same. Go to ad hoc analysis, console, reuse. So YTD and periodic, again it is throwing an error message. So view dimension, go to view dimension, YTD, we have to put it as YTD, yes. QTD, we have to put it as QTD, save. Periodic, YTD, QTD, and even this one will create a problem. So this one will put it as YTD underscore INPUT. Okay. Or simply, just give me 1 second. What is the member we have taken for YTD underscore input? Okay, YTD underscore input. Okay, save. Just give me 1 second. Every time we have to refresh this. Unnecessarily we have deleted that table. And done. Now come here, ad hoc analysis, console, reuse. Not here, sorry. Come here, start here, yes. Ad hoc analysis, console, reuse. Now see, FI 15 January, February, March. So here I'll take a new year, FI 16. Done. Yes. Copy this. Paste it. Refresh. So everything is 0, 0, 0, 0, right? Yes, I can enter data in periodic. So can I restrict this? See, for actual, Yes, for budget we'll do one thing. Go to scenario dimension. Go to budget. Edit this, and here FI January to, here I'll put it as FI 16, right? FI 16 January to FI 16 January only. If I put like that, except in January you cannot enter data anywhere. See, save this one. You need not refresh the data because every month we will start the period, right? So refresh and see. See, previously you can enter data in January. Now refresh and see. See, yes, you cannot enter data in February and March because I opened only January month in budget. Correct? See, I opened only January month. Means my start period start year FI 16 January, FI 16 January. Now you cannot enter data in any other member. So if you want to give everything, then FI 15 January to FI last 30 December. Now, yes, you can enter data in all the periods, all the years. Okay. Just like in HFM, we'll see a process management, right? Start process management. Every day, every month, admin will start the process. Unless and until admin starts the process, nobody can enter data. Correct? The same thing is it is there in here. So through scenario dimension, we manage the start process. Everyone clear? Yes or no? About start year, start period, end year, end period.
Rajni,
Yeah.
Rajni, I have a question only. So at the beginning year, do we load the beginning balances, right, or not? At
No,
the
no. Beginning, there is
starting
no
year.
concept of big balance in FCCS. Okay.
No, sir, I mean, first period. I mean, implementation. I mean, in 2015, if my if started if I'm starting 2015 as a year, so do I load the balances in the? I mean, end balances in 2015 or not?
Yeah, yeah. We'll load, right?
Okay.
Yes. And
First
those
we load the
balances will carry forward
balances.
to next year. December balances will carry forward to next year. January automatically through rules.
Okay. So first we load the
Yeah. First year,
all
right?
ending
We'll load
balance,
the YTD balances.
all load balance,
Correct.
and from
You
there
are
on,
correct.
FS will take forward.
You are correct. Yes. Okay. So this is called start here. Now when you go to other members, remaining everything, right? Include weak balance. Yes, we never use. This is for planning people. Enable for approvals. Yes, write down. We always use enable for approvals. We always use this for process management. Enabled for approvals. Enabled for approvals. We always use this for process management. Right. Data storage should always be never share. Next point. Data storage should always be never share. Plan type should always be ignore. Data storage should always be never share. Plan type should always be ignore. Plan type should always be ignore. That's it. Right? So this is called scenario. We don't use any other attribute in scenario. Okay?
Sir,
Yeah.
when we create application, right, we give start year, start month, everything, right? How that will affect here?
Uh, yeah, the same thing. Whatever the start month and start year and end month and end year you give, right? Automatically that will come here by default.
Okay, for example, my start period is September, right? So here it will show start month as September, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
It will come in the drop down box. So all the months it will come as drop down box. So you have to select the particular month. So once your reporting cycle is completed, right? You will change this to next year, next month, right? Automatically your old month will be locked data. You need not do anything. Clear? People cannot enter data.
Okay.
Clear? So this is called scenario dimension. 1 minute. Right. So what are the other dimensions left now? Consolidation, consolidation, account and movement dimension. Very, very important. All these three dimensions are very, very important. So we'll start account dimension, right? Like put heading account dimension. Write down each and everything. Account dimension. See, you see many FCCS underscore, right? So here under M hierarchy, I have given many accounts. All these are for our understanding purpose. Okay. What is variance reporting? What is never share? What is saved assumption? What is console? What is two pass? What is valid intersection? Everything you have to understand now. Clear? So first point. See, write point wise. Okay. For account dimension, write everything as point wise. First point, very, very important. First point. Income statement is included under equity. Income statement is included under equity. Okay. See, even though you see income statement here, this is not nor income statement. Okay, it is a comprehensive income. We never use this one. This is used by this is used for rules. Okay. So when you expand balance sheet, when you expand traditional approach, when you expand liabilities and equity, when you expand equity, when you expand owner's equity, when you expand retained earnings, when you expand retained earnings current year, when you expand owner's income, when you expand net income, here from your income statement will start from net income. Clear? Everyone clear? This is the first and foremost point in account FCC's accounts. The same thing in HFM, right? You have to create a separate hierarchy for income statement, separate hierarchy for balance sheet. See, balance sheet is separate hierarchy, it is hash root. And your income statement is also hash root. So you have to write a separate rule to carry forward the net income to the balance sheet retained earnings current year. But in FCCS, you don't need to do that one. Automatically, the net income will be rolling up to its parent owner's equity. I mean equity, right? Write down. Em raskunnarama? Income statement will be what is the
Under equity, sir. Under
Income statement is included under
equity, right? Okay, write down. Next, same point. So you need not write a separate rule, RULE rule. So you need not write separate rule for. So you need not write separate rule for carry forward of net income to balance sheet. So you need not write separate rule for carry forward of net income to balance sheet. Carry forward of net income to balance sheet retained earnings. Balance sheet lo retained earnings amma. So you need not write a separate rule for carry forward of net income to balance sheet retained earnings. Clear? See, in interviews they will ask you, particularly, right? Whenever people are going for FCC's interviews, they are practicing other chapters like process management, approvals, grids, forms, but they are not concentrating on the concept. Okay, this concept is very, very important. Likewise, movement dimension, right? Very, very important in FCCS. Right. So, right. Next point. Next point. Next point. You need not create consolidation grid. You need not create consolidation grid to see calculation status. To see calculation status. You need not create consolidation grid to see calculation status. Okay, we'll stop here. Now, anybody from HFM, right? We already completed process management, right? What is meant by calculation status? Anybody? Indrajit, Sunil, all new students. Indrajit, Sunil, Sajana, Sajan, Naveen, Sharif, Harita, Suma. What do you mean by calculation status? Ajit? What do you mean by calculation status? What are the calculation status you have seen so far? Are you practicing HFM? Indrajit?
Yes, sir.
So, we have completed data grids, data forms, process management also, right? So,
Yes.
process management, did you practice?
It is optional, sir.
Which one is optional?
Calculated.
No, it's not optional. It's system defined, right? What do you mean by calculation status here? So, once again, see, don't practice. See, I guess you are still practicing grids and forms only. Grids and forms, right? In interviews, they want to ask you a single question. Once again, trust me. ఇంతసేపు తీసుకోకూడదమ్మా ప్రాక్టీస్కి. మీరు ఏం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నారో నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు. 1 minute, let me log in. Open application. So go to data process control. What is this calculation status? What is that? Chapali. What is the calculation status? Already we discussed it, right? CN means consolidation needed. CH means somebody has entered the data. No data means there is no data. OKSC means somebody has loaded metadata or rule file. OK means everything is fine. No access means user don't have access. For this one, we will create a grid here. See, in documents, right? I have created a grid. When you expand metadata grids, here there is a consolidation grid. See, here it will show all the calculation status. Clear? So, you will understand whether you have to consolidate or not. Whenever you see CN means it's a consolidation needed. No data, okay, see. So, in part 3 material I have given you. In part 3, right? Process flow. You can see the calculation statuses here. See? OK means OK, see, CH, TR means translation needed, CN means consolidation needed, L locked means locked, no data, access. These 3 regularly you see. Whenever you don't have access, right, you will see no access. So this is called calculation status. In HFM, you have to create this grid manually. This I have created. What is this in FCCS? They have created a system defined account. See, FCCS underscore calculation status and calculation filter, and they have given the grid also. When you go to data grid, the same grid you will see as data status. See, this is system defined grid. You cannot delete that one. Okay. See, no data impacted. Impacted is nothing but CH means somebody has entered the data there. I means under that parent, any child. Clear? Impacted means CN, consultation needed. Okay. Likewise, this one is automated in FCCS. I told you, right? Most of the common things you do in HFM, they are automated in FCCS. Write down. First point, what is the first point you have written? What is
Income statement is included under equity.
No, not first point. This calculation status, the last point.
You did not create consolidation grid to
You
see.
need not create consolidation grid. It is already created as data status grid. Write down. Data status form. It is Inbuilt. It is inbuilt.
We have written you did not create consolidation grid to see calculation status.
Correct. You need not create consolidation grid to see calculation status. It is already inbuilt. It is already inbuilt as data status form. See, they have created as a form, not grid. Okay. It is already inbuilt as data status form. So they use, or FCCS use, FCCS underscore system account. FCCS underscore system account and its members, and its two members. You need not write these two members. Okay, you can check it. Calculation status, right? They have created a calculation status members. It is a system defined. You cannot delete this one. See, you cannot delete this one. So for this calculation status, right, for whatever you are seeing in here in the data grid, they use those two members here. Clear for this one, right? They have created they will write all the rules here. See, FCCS status calculation. So right, so you need not do anything. Only you have to come here. You have to see whether it is impacted or not. You can understand whether it is a data or etc. etc. Same grid in HFM. Likewise, same thing. Clear? Next, write down. Is this point clear? Everyone, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Next. Next point. You need not create. Next point. You need not create exchange rate grid in FCCS. You need not create exchange rate grid in FCCS. It is also inbuilt. It is also inbuilt. As it is also inbuilt as, see, exchange rates multi-period, exchange rates single period, exchange rates. Write down these three grids. Exchange rates multi-period, exchange rates single period, exchange rates. Right? How many people have access to FCCS so far? FCCS కి ఎంతమందికి యాక్సెస్ ఉందమ్మా? No one, right? No one opted for. I have given access to Leela Krishna, Rakesh and Prakash.
సార్ అది లాగిన్ కరెక్ట్ కాలేదు సార్.
లాగిన్
కావడం లేదు సార్. పాస్వర్డ్ తప్పు అవుతాను. యూజర్ నేమ్
గూగుల్ క్రోమ్ లో చేయాలమ్మా.
అవును సార్.
సరే ఒకసారి నేను చెప్తానులే, ఒకసారి అయిపోయిన కాల్ చేయండి. గూగుల్ క్రోమ్ లో యూజర్ ఐడి మొబైల్ నెంబర్, యూజర్ ఐడి నీ మొబైల్ నెంబరు, పాస్వర్డ్ నేను ఇచ్చాను కదా, ఏ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇచ్చానో అది.
అదే సార్, ఇంకరెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాను సార్.
అవునా? ఓకే, నేను ఒకసారి చూసి చెప్తా. ప్లీజ్ రాకేష్ అండ్ లీలాకృష్ణ ఆల్సో ప్లీజ్ ట్రై అండ్ లెట్ మీ నో వెదర్ యు ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు కనెక్ట్ టు దట్ వన్ ఆర్ నాట్.
అలాగే సార్.
So yes, we'll stop here and we'll discuss about these three exchange rates. Why they have given three exchange rates tomorrow? I mean tomorrow means Monday. Clear everyone? Yes or no? So even exchange rates are automated. You need not do anything. You have to open the exchange rates data form and then you have to enter the exchange rates. That's it. So most of the data forms, data grids, they have already given. Balance sheet they have given, income statement they have given, cash flow they have given. Clear? So this is the reason implementing FCCS will take less time. Clear? Adaganama, please ask doubts, Indrajit. So see, you have to speed up your practice. Otherwise, right? I don't know We have only 4 or 5 chapters in HFM. Still, you are taking this almost it's 15 days. You are practicing the same grids.
హలో సార్ హెచ్ఎఫ్ఎం లాగిన్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
రాకేష్ హెచ్ఎఫ్ఎం లాగిన్ అది కూడా ఇస్తానండి మీకు.
ఓకే ఓకే,
అది కూడా ఇచ్చేస్తాను ఇప్పుడు మీకు. ఓకేనా మీ ముగ్గురికి.
ఓకే.
So you can see all the videos of HFM, how to create application, how to create data grids, how to create data forms, etc. And you can practice that. Okay.
ఓకే సార్.
Right. ఇంకా అజిత్, అశోక్ గారు, అజిత్ గారు, వేర్ యూ స్టాండ్ ఇన్ ప్రాక్టీస్? ఇంకా ఈరోజు ఎవరెవరు రాలేదు? అశోక్ రెడ్డి గారు లెఫ్ట్. ఐ ఆస్క్ యు క్వశ్చన్ అండ్ హీ లెఫ్ట్. అజిత్, కెన్ యూ స్పీక్? ఓకే, ఎనీ డౌట్ సో ఫార్? So Monday we'll complete this account dimension and we'll go to consolidation dimension, and Tuesday we'll complete.
సార్
Yeah.
సార్ టుడే అండ్ టుమారో యాక్సెస్ ఏమైనా ఇస్తారా సార్? ఎస్సీసీఎస్ లాగిన్
2 రోజులు కాదు, లేకపోతే ఈ రోజు నుంచి ఇచ్చానా?
ఈరోజు ఈవినింగ్ ఇస్తే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకుంటా సార్.
సరే సరే, మీకు ఇచ్చేస్తాను. ఓకే, డన్.
ఓకే సార్. సార్ ఫీ ఎప్పుడు పే చేయాలి సార్? వెన్స్డే చేసినా సార్?
ఓకే, నో ఇష్యూస్.
ఓకే సార్.
So are we good? Still we have 3 minutes time. Any doubts? Veerabhadrappa, how is your practice going on?
Yes, sir, going on. Going on good.
Teja garu, any doubt?
యా సార్,
Ah, మీ
రూల్స్
వాయిస్
రాస్తున్నాం.
కొంచెం గట్టిగా మాట్లాడరా?
యా సార్, ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుందా?
చెప్పండి సార్, చెప్పండి.
అదే రూల్స్ రాస్తున్నాము. సో ఆల్రెడీ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ థింగ్స్ ఉన్నందుకు అది రూల్స్ రాయడం కాంప్లికేటెడ్ చేస్తుందా కన్సాలిడేషన్? అదర్వైజ్ హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్?
Parava, you can write 3 or 4 lines rule, but you cannot write 80 or 90 lines. He knows that. Already we have written some 80 lines, and which consolation took nearly 4 hours. No issues. మీరు ట్రైల్ అండర్ వేయించండి, ఏం ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. చూద్దాం. మీరు ఏంటి కన్సల్టేషన్ మీకు ఎంత టైం పడుతుంది యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ?
ఏమో తెలియదు సార్, ఇంకా చూడలేదు.
ట్రై చేయండి బిఫోర్ అండ్ ఆఫ్టర్. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ బిఫోర్ కన్సల్టేషన్ యూ రన్ ద కన్సల్టేషన్ అండ్ దెన్ సీ హౌ మచ్ టైమ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ టేకింగ్. ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా టైం నోట్ చేసుకోండి మీరు. సేమ్ థింగ్ ఆఫ్టర్ రైటింగ్ ద రూల్స్ ఆల్సో యూ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ మ్యాటర్స్ ఓన్లీ 2 or 3 minutes, right? Yes, you can continue. If it is taking more than half an hour or 1 hour like that, then you have to think other alternate plan. So what is the other alternate plan? Yes, you can always write a ad hoc, means on demand rule in data forms. మీ దీన్ని బట్టి అనమాట, మీ వాట్ ఎవర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ బట్టి. ఎస్, మీరు రాసి చూడండి ముందు. అది ఫెయిల్ అయిన తర్వాత అప్పుడు నేను నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలో చెప్తాను నేను. రూల్ ఫెయిల్ అవ్వదు. రూల్ విల్ పర్ఫెక్ట్లీ వర్క్ బికాస్ దట్ గై ఐ నో ఈజ్ వెరీ గుడ్. ఓన్లీ థింగ్ ఈజ్ ఫంక్షనల్ పార్ట్, రైట్? వాట్ ఈస్ ద రిక్వైర్మెంట్ అనేది మీరు కరెక్ట్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి. ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఈస్ నో, ఇఫ్ యూ కెనాట్ రైట్ రూల్ ఫైల్, రైట్, ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆల్టర్నేట్.
ఓకే సార్. సో ప్రస్తుతం అయితే వాట్ ఐమ్ సెయింగ్ ఇస్ ఒక ఎంటిటీ తీసుకొని కపుల్ ఆఫ్ మెంబర్స్ ఓన్లీ వాటి మీదే ట్రై చేస్తున్నాము రూల్స్. సో ఇట్ విల్ బి స్మాల్ పార్ట్, నాట్ ఆన్ ద ఓవరాల్ పేరెంట్స్. సో అట్లా ట్రయల్ అండ్ ఎర్రర్ బేసిస్ మీదే చిన్న చిన్న పార్ట్స్లో టెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము.
ఓకే, డన్ వర్క్ అయిపోద్దండి అది, నో ఇష్యూస్. మీరు హ్యూజ్ రూల్స్ ఒక 80-90 lines 100 lines రాస్తే మాత్రం ఈవెన్ దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ వర్క్, బట్ యువర్ కన్సోలేషన్ టైం విల్ ఎఫెక్ట్. ఓకే, అంతే. అది క్లయింట్ డిసైడ్ చేస్తారండి. మీ మేనేజర్ క్లయింట్ ఇద్దరు డిసైడ్ చేస్తారు ఏంటిది అది, ఆ రూల్ ఉంచాలా వద్దా అనేది. 10 minutes to 20 minutes they will bear, no issues. If it is taking more than 2 or 3 hours, right, then we have to avoid that rule.
Okay.
Okay, done for the day. Monday we will continue with account dimension, and then we'll go to consolidation dimension. All consolidation dimension, account dimension, and movement dimension, all three are very very important. Okay, this is the place where you will get most of the interview questions. Done for the day.